Welcome everyone to the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao, the penultimate round of the second 2024 Virtual Formula 2 Championship. We're here in Portugal with just 2 rounds remaining to crown our champion. Before we get into this penultimate round of the season, let's run you through the starting grid for both races. It's a first ever pole for Jack Crawford in the Dams. He starts on pole position ahead of Lawrence Van Hoopen, who's looking to get himself back into the championship, but he has got a job to do if he wants to stay in that fight. Then it's Rotoma Miata who starts third in the Rodin, ahead of a championship leader Zach O'Sullivan, who could wrap up the title this weekend. He starts fourth. He won't take the title today, but he could do it tomorrow. Martinius Stenshorn is fifth on the grid ahead of his teammate Sophia Flörsch. She starts sixth. The two Invictors line up side by side. Then it's Gabriele Meni 7th and Dino Beganovic in 8th for Prema. Charlie Wirtz is 9th and Alex Powell completes the top 10 for both races here in Portimao. And competing the rest of the grid, we have Arvid Lindblad, Nikita Bedrin, Pepe Marti, Joshua Dirksen, Enzo Fittipaldi, Christian Mansell, Luke Browning, Paul Aaron, Ollie Gerfer, Leo Fornaroli, Noel Leon and Kian Shields, who complete the grid for both races here in Portugal. Are you guys ready for some action? It's time to get this race underway. Time for the sprint here in Portimao. We have 5 red lights ahead of the drivers, lights out, and we're racing for the sprint here in Portimao. Perfect launch off the line there for Lawrence Van Hoopen. He's looking to go down the inside of Jack Crawford, and he's got his man. As round the outside in the background there goes Zach O'Sullivan up into third place. Mate, that's second place as he lunges on Jack Crawford. Crawford already down to third place from pole, or still second, but O'Sullivan goes right round the outside and swoops past Jack Crawford. Crawford, what a nightmare start for the pole sitter, down to third place from pole. Yeah, absolutely, and it's a good start for O'Sullivan, up into second already. I mean, Van Hoopen's into the lead, but the ART is already quick. He's already gained 2 positions, O'Sullivan, on this first lap, and he will be looking poised to strike Van Hoopen and take a huge points tally to add going into tomorrow's feature race, where it is the day that he could wrap up the championship tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. Zach O'Sullivan is really looking to earn every point that's on the cards here. He is hoping that this weekend will be the weekend where he will wrap up the title, and maybe ART will wrap up the team's title tomorrow. But if they don't, then we'll have to wait, of course, till the season finale in Vegas next time out. Out of the final corner then, to end the first lap of 26, and look how close O'Sullivan is to Van Hoopen, side by side. The 2 title rivals go into turn 1. Does O'Sullivan have the inside line and the speed to get past? You bet he does, but they're still side by side. And going through turns 1 and 2, O'Sullivan's got a position. Van Hoopen tries to fight back, but O'Sullivan's done it. Zach O'Sullivan takes the lead on the beat of the sprint race here in Portimao, and Jack Crawford and Rotoma Miata are going side by side for third place. Who's going to win this battle for the final place on the podium? Miata's looking to go round the outside of Jack Crawford. Crawford down to 4th now, having started from pole, as Miata swoops past him. O'Sullivan into the lead, Miata up to 3rd, Crawford down to 4th after starting from pole. Fornaroli has got damage. You can see on his left end plate is gone, so that's surely going to leave him vulnerable to Kian Shields behind him. Surely Fornaroli's going to be dropped down to last place. Here goes Shields round the outside. Is the high tech going to get through? Yes, he is. And Fornaroli's down to last. Shields says goodbye up to 21st, and down to last goes the Formula 3 champion. Not what his day today down at Trident. Rodin's about to battle. Miata round the outside of Van Hoopen into turn 1. This is close. Miata's got his position. That's a change of second place. Rotoma Miata has got ahead of Lawrence Van Hoopen, and the Rodins have swapped places in the battle for second place. Van Hoopen's trying to get himself back into second. He needs to hope that he can still score enough points to stay in contention, and he's back ahead of the Taylor Miata for second place. Nice move for the Dutchman. On board with Martini Stenson in the Invictus, looking to fight for fourth place, and he might get fourth place. Crawford locks up, nearly making contact with the two there. Crawford fights back on the inside, but surely Stenson will have the outside line. Crawford, though, has got the DRS, but nothing Stenson can do, but he's already risking it round the outside and through to take fourth place. What a move! Take a bow, Martini Stenson, overtaking a season coming up here. Oh, what's happened to Stenson? Stenson's lost a huge amount of places, he's in more places. Where's Stenson? There he is. What's happened? Ooh, puncture, front right, puncture. And you can see it, front right puncture for Martini Stenson after getting past Jack Crawford a few laps ago. He's now pulled into the pits and he's picked up a puncture, and that has ruined Martini Stenson's race. Boop! I cannot believe this. Boop's sake. Meanwhile, this is from a few laps ago, it's on board! Wow! With Rotaro Miata almost going into the back of his teammate, and he's got it through, and his teammate is back up into second place. That was risky. Oh, and he's made a lock up, but he's managed to keep it on the track and ahead of his teammate. Ooh, let's go! Good job, Rito, good job. Alex Powell about to go round the outside of Arvid Lindblad. Of course, Powell is also a championship contender. He needs points to stay in the fight, and he's just got through on Lindblad for ninth place. He's not in the points though, so he needs one more position if he wants to score points. Otherwise, he might find himself out of title contention going into Vegas. Powell's charging of the title is throwing away. Oh, what's that? I think that's a problem for one of the camp bosses further back. Yes, it is. Arvid Lindblad, who was in the top 9. Now he's going to find himself out of the race. Our first retiree with 4 laps remaining. And Arvid Lindblad's race has come undone. Boop, the power's gone. Sorry, boys. I can't bring it back. I had to stop. Copy. What a drive it's been for this man, Zach O'Sullivan, who has absolutely cruised the whole race. He started 4th on the grid, and he's going to take victory in the sprint, and he will find himself with one hand on the championship trophy and have a chance to win it tomorrow. Zach O'Sullivan wins the sprint here in Portugal. He is unstoppable here in the sprint, and he finds himself with an amazing opportunity to win the title tomorrow. O'Sullivan wins here in Portugal. Boo! Good job, mate. Good job. You've won it. Yes, come on. Come on. Let's win it tomorrow, boys. It's not over yet. Good job, mate. Let's go get it tomorrow. Our results then at the end of that sprint race. It's Zach O'Sullivan who wins yet again in Virtual Formula 2, and he has one hand on the championship trophy going into tomorrow's feature race, where he could wrap up the title. Needs to score, needs to have a tally of, a gap of over 37 points or more, and then he will win the title. Zach O'Sullivan then our winner ahead of Rotaro Miata and Lawrence Van Hoopen, who finishes in 3rd place. Then it's Jack Crawford, who finishes in 4th after starting from pole. Gabriele Nini finishes in 5th ahead of Sofia Fleur 6th. Dino Boganovic and Charlie Burtz complete the points at the end of that sprint race. Then, look at that, 39 points. Zach O'Sullivan's gap to both Alex Powell and Lawrence Van Hoopen. He needs to be over 37 to win the title tomorrow, and at the moment he will be in range to win it tomorrow if he scores more points than Van Hoopen and Alex Powell. For example, like if Alex Powell and Lawrence Van Hoopen are not in the points, I mean, if Zach O'Sullivan is not in the points, then he'll need either Alex Powell or Lawrence Van Hoopen to score at least 1 point, and then O'Sullivan will still win the championship, even if he finishes outside of the points with one of his rivals in the top 10. But anyway, here's the team standings: 27 points. ART's gap overroding. They won't win the team's title tomorrow, I believe. but they can still win it in Vegas. But that is the sprint race done here in Portimao, and tomorrow could be title decider day. We hope you guys enjoyed the sprint. We'll be back for the feature race tomorrow, a day that could wrap up the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope tomorrow we'll crown our champion. Hope you can join us tomorrow for the feature race here in Portimao, a day which could decide the title when virtual Formula 2 returns.